Hey.
Right.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Hopefully you had a great week and you're doing well and you're enjoying the fall weather.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Fall
beautiful.
has come for sure.
That is. Along with it, the beauty of fall and the colder weather.
Yeah. I like the first, like 6 weeks of fall because it's cool, but it's not cold.
Yeah.
Usually.
Usually, yeah.
Hey.
Nate's got something. What do you got in your hand? What is that?
What is it?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Do you want to draw right now before we say I have our saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Nate's on the roll.
He is. All right.
Let's see what he's
Lean
gonna
over
draw.
towards Mama. Nobody can see you, honey.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. All right.
Pick one out.
Take one. Pick out one.
This is going to be our next challenge coming up. You see, he has two there.
Oh. Which one of the two?
Which one you want? That one? Good
All
choice.
Okie dokie. Here you go.
Nice.
You get the box. Mommy always gets to read them. Oh, what does that say? McCall's.
Oh.
Yeah, McCall's.
McCall's.
Something made out of McCall's.
All
Yeah,
right.
we can do that.
We have lots of McCall's patterns to choose from
We do.
because
we do.
we've gotten some of those great sales from Joann's for $1.99.
Well, it could have been make something for a macaw bird.
No, that's spelled differently.
Oh. My
First it was
attempt at
math, now it's spelling.
my attempt at some humor there.
Yes, so let's do something inspirational.
Yes, inspirational.
Welcome.
We did. Yes, welcome. We did say welcome, didn't we? Or no? I can't
I
remember.
have no idea. My memory is like this short lately.
Today, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're glad you joined us. We're happy to see you, and hopefully you had some sewing this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's do the inspirational.
Okay, so this is by Cordell Hull. How many of you know who that is? Huh?
Hull, Hull.
Hull. Cordell. He's born in 1871, died in 1955. So you should know who he is.
He died shortly after I was
I
born.
know. But see, I wasn't born yet.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I have a good reason not to know him.
He's Android being silly.
He was an American politician from Tennessee, and he won the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, in 1945.
For what?
You'll have to look it up.
No, it doesn't say.
I can't give you everything.
Okay. All right.
So here's his saying. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Never insult an alligator until you've crossed the river. That's profound. You don't want to insult that alligator until you've crossed the river.
Yeah, so something that can bite your arm off or eat you alive, be nice to it until you're away from it. Is that the gist of it?
So this is a profound saying, and we have to think deeply about it. Maybe we'll have more to say at the end.
Well, I was going to say that's about as deep as I can get. Self-survival here.
So just remember that.
Okay. You got anything to say about that, Nate?
Hey.
Yeah, okay. Hey.
So this week's challenge was to make something with elastic in it.
Nasty.
So what did you make?
Well, I made a skirt Dory made a couple of episodes ago, a couple of videos ago. I made Butterwick B6749 because, as I had said, yep, right there. Let's hold it right there so everybody can see it. Okay, and it shows the skirt with an overlay. I did not do an overlay. I just did the plain skirt. This view here, you see. Okay? Actually, I made view A because that's in 3 tiers. You can't see it because of the print. I just made, on the back, you can see view A is just, just a skirt without the tiers and without the overlay. Okay? So you have the choice
Were
to
you
do that.
influenced by the fact that I had made one?
I was influenced because it was a front and a back and a casing for the elastic. That was
And
it.
it has pockets though.
And it has pockets.
Yeah, which I really like about that.
Which was
skirt
really nice. But I needed simple. I had done so many complicated things lately. Or maybe not. Depends on your sewing skill level. But for me, they were complicated. And so I wanted something simple. And so some of the newer styles are fuller skirts, and I wanted to make something fuller. When I started putting the elastic in it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. This is going to make me look like a big barrel.
That's the way I felt when I was putting the elastic in mine. And then when I held it up, I was like, woo!
Yeah,
But
I'm like...
when you put it on, it's surprising.
Well, and it is surprising, but it depends on how you style it. I tried a couple of different tops with it. I didn't like it. I thought it looked awful.
It does make a huge difference how you style it.
How you style it. I find I like it best with a belt, with it belted, because it gives some definition, I guess. And the top, this top is a top that is smaller. I kind of remember, not smaller, but it doesn't have the fullness. Let's put it that way. It's not really full. And I remember that there was a saying in fashion that I read years ago that if you have a full bottom, you want a tighter top. If you have a full top, you want a tighter bottom. So, but that doesn't always necessarily hold true with some of today's styles, because I do have a top on this that's store-bought. It has the big bell sleeves on it, and it has lace in the front, and it's a little bit fuller, and it looks nice with this too. So it would be a fuller look all the way around. A fuller look.
Like the fuller Bushman.
Yeah, well, not quite, but
Do they still have that? I mean, like they
don't
go around and come to people's homes.
they still have the product,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Did they used to be like salesmen?
Yeah, they did.
around
Mom
knocking on
used to get some stuff from the Fuller Brushman. Do you ever remember that?
She
She remembered Watkins.
Watkins. I was just gonna say, wasn't it like vanilla or something like that?
But they sell those at Menards now.
Oh, well, there you
The
go.
Watkins things. But the Fuller Brushman, she did buy some things from him, because I remember she had that wool dust mop that she bought.
Oh yeah. That
She
thing
loved-
lasted forever.
Oh yeah, she had that for I don't know how many, well, until she died even.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she always wanted another one, but I don't know where you would ever find one.
Boy,
Probably
we're talking
Google it
history
is what
here.
people would say. But anyhow, so I made this skirt, super easy skirt. Please remember to make it out of a very thin, light fabric, because there's lots and lots of fabric.
Okay.
I made it.
Yes.
I did make it in a. What did I make it? I made it in a
I don't know.
medium, and it calls for just 1 7/8 yard, so less than 2 yards to make this in a medium for the shorter version, because you can have it longer. But yeah, I love you too, Nate. Okay, sit up. I was like, that was a close up. And you have a lot of gathering. So you know, and the suggestion is to make it out of like cotton blends voile, which would be nice. I know Fabric Mart has a lot of voile, and I don't always know what I would use it for, and this skirt would be perfect for it, because there's tons of fabric with it. But then I would want to make it like with an underlay with it. So
The fabric that you did use,
I don't know what it is.
do you know where you got the fabric? Is that from a thrift store also?
It is a thrift store fabric. Okay, so I thought this was black, but it's not black. It ended up being a navy blue, but that's okay. I made this navy blue top a while ago, and it goes well with it. And navy blue is a color I have in my wardrobe, although I only had one navy blue skirt.
Oh, so you needed another.
I needed a navy blue skirt, and it's a newer style, so
Yeah.
I think that'll work. And I love that it has the pockets, easy to put the pockets in. But like I said, you need a lighter fabric with it, because, I mean, the one piece was, it was wide, and that was laid on the fold.
Yeah.
So the front and the back were both the same piece, but it's a lot of fabric, and then you gather it. You don't gather it, no, with the elastic. It has the casing you sew on, and then you do it that way.
Well, let's look at the reveal.
Okay.
That's right, Nate. That looks good. I like it with that shirt.
Thank you.
That
The
top.
Yeah, it's not a shirt.
Not
The
a
top.
shirt. It's a top. But you know what? Since we're talking about Butterwick, can I just throw something in? I was looking in one of my Butterwick patterns, and this came out of it. So this was an older Butterwick pattern because this little flyer came out. I'll show you this. It is for subscribing to the Butterwick Home Catalog.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and it says offer expires 12/31/1988. So we know that it was an older thing, but I thought that was kind of cool to find in one of my Butterwick patterns. I think it was a Butterwick pattern I picked up at a thrift store.
Thrift store.
Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in since you were using a Butterwick pattern.
Yeah. It was
Tied in.
Yeah, it tied in nice. I actually would like to make this again.
I'd like to make it with the over thing.
Yeah.
Over.
With the overlay.
Overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a sheer overlay, which would be easy enough to do.
Yeah.
The instructions were good too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And they both show them with the thick belt, which I think you need for this type of skirt to pull it off.
Yeah.
So.
I think when I showed mine, I had it with the belt also.
Did you?
I did, yes.
So. All right, what did you
Well,
make?
so mine is interesting. I made a skirt and a top. So my skirt was made from McCall's 7830. This is an older McCall's one. It was from 1995. I got this at a thrift store. So this one was very easy. You can't really tell from the picture of the front. Show them the front of that. The skirt, you can't tell. It actually has a fold in the back and the front.
And there's no line drawing.
There's no long line. So, but I didn't put that in there because I didn't need it. The skirt, I made it in a size that I thought was my size, and it's a little big. According to the, no wonder. I made extra large. And that was because according to my waist and hips, but it's big.
You know, I've had the same issues. I've gone according to my measurements, and some for the skirts, and they have been huge.
Yeah.
And then other times, I'll go according to my measurements, and it'll be small. So I don't get it. It's like, and I even look at the ease and try to figure it out from that. I'm like, you just have to try things on in the process.
Sometimes they don't have, like the top that I made doesn't say what the finished
measurement
is for. I mean, it says the width at the lower edge. Like, that's, Anyway, this one also is humongous on me. I made this in a size 18, which should have fit my bust. And actually, I could have made it in probably a 12, 14, because it is huge, 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 huge on me. I loved the fabric. I thought it was so fun.
It's a beautiful fabric.
And,
I love it.
That's from a thrift store, the fabric. And I thought it would just be so fun to make a top and I don't like them together. And maybe it's because the top is so big. I am going to have to take the top in.
You are. You're gonna, and you may have to take it apart a little bit to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, because it has these raglan sleeves, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll figure something out because I really like the fabric. I like the fabric enough that I would mess with it to try to figure out how to do it. But so I'm not. If you're going to make this, which is a Simplicity 9604, I forgot to mention it, and I made View B.
And it has pleats in it.
Yeah, it has.
Did you say that? I might have missed it.
No, I didn't say it because pleats and me are not friends. It says it's easy. I didn't think it was that easy because of the pleats. I just don't think pleats should be in with easy. But anyway, so I would say make it a little bit smaller than what you think you should for your size if you're going to use this pattern. It's a fairly new pattern too, I think. It's a 2022, I think. Yeah.
See, now
it's a new pattern.
I see. This is not helpful at all.
I know. Yeah.
You know what? They do give the finished measurements of the bottom edge of the top.
Which
what happened to the bust finish measurements?
That's exactly what was
the
missing.
same thing with this. I was looking on it, and they give the finished measurements of the skirt, the bottom of the skirt.
I know.
That doesn't help. that's not helpful at all.
Yeah.
That's really weird. And this is a Simplicity and this is a McCall's. But yeah, it's really a cute top. I mean, look at the line drawings on it. It's really cute.
I would love to make it again in the right size.
Yeah, well, the good
which
thing...
I can cut down, which is
you
nice
can cut
because
it
I
down.
cut it in too large
Yeah.
a spot. But it made me nervous because of the bust size and the fact that this is not a fabric that gives. I mean, it's not, it's a woven, you know?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, I don't know where you're at.
Well, this is what I made, which is already, you know, I'm between this size. I'm between a 16 and 18 according to this pattern. And I made it, I didn't make smaller seams or anything.
I would be concerned too because like for the size I usually make a 12. And even to, if I would have edged it out to the next size down, it goes up to 36, which is still too small for me. But according to this, to how your results are. So that just emphasizes as you're making things, you've got to try it on in different areas or put it on your dress form.
I should have, I normally do. I don't know what the deal was with this.
You probably were in a rush.
Yes, and I didn't even try it on until I was ready to come here and film. And I'm like, oops. I don't have time to put it up.
Nice.
To take it up.
This didn't work.
Anyway, would you like to see the reveal?
Yes, let's see it. Oh, wait, you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Very interesting. Very nice.
You
Yes.
can see, I love Mama Cass, but I don't want to quite make clothes that look like Mama Cass on me. So that's how I felt when I was done.
Yeah.
You know?
You felt huge in it.
Yeah.
It was not very flattering.
No, but I like it with my jumper
Yeah.
that I
that's
had
cute.
made, my corduroy jumper. The colors are good for it together.
Yeah.
So, if there's nothing else, I could wear it that way.
Yeah.
But I'll try to put it smaller. Make it smaller. Whatever. Okay.
Okay, now I want to give a couple of tips, things that I have found.
Oh, she got a tip.
I do. I was having quite a bit of issues with a lot of back pain, lower back pain when I was sewing.
Okay.
I just could not sit for probably, I could sew maybe for 15, 20 minutes. And even then, my back was bothering me. It was bothering me.
So what were you sitting on?
I was sitting on a folding chair,
Okay.
which is fine. Then you could fold it up and put it away or whatever. And ergonomically, it seemed like it was just fine. Well, I took and changed that out. And so I put a bench in front of my sewing machine. I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this. And that bench somehow has changed my position and how I sit. I can sit here for hours without any problem.
Is it higher or lower, or is it the same height? It might be the height.
It could be the height.
Yeah.
I thought it was the way it was making me sit.
That you had to use your own back to keep yourself
Yeah, but
up.
I just like the fact that I don't have that chair. So sometimes if you're having issues with, your back at your sewing, maybe try a couple of different seating options to see what will work best with you, because it really works well for me. I'm surprised at how well that works for me.
Good.
And then I also was having problems with my cutting table, and we'll put a still picture in there of what Dory's husband came up with to help her with her cutting table, because I have one of those, what is it, a 6-foot plastic with the folding table legs that you get like at Sam's Club or a big box store. And that's my table that I put my cutting board on top of because I use the fold-up cutting board because it's wider. And I can get 60-inch fabric on it. Right. But anyway, I could not, the angle was just not right for me. I had to lean over. It was way too low for me. So, and I'm sorry, I think our video's a little crooked. But anyway, he figured up an option and Dory shared it and he made me some of those and it raised my table up perfectly for me. And then I put those little mover legs, little mover pads underneath it so it wouldn't harm my floor and I can just move that table wherever I need it.
That's nice.
There's a little clip of what that looks like and how that helped, and I can now pin, cut, stand there, do whatever I need to with, you know, my article of clothing or, you know, whatever it is that I'm working on.
Yeah, and we only used PVC pipe. Yeah,
so it was like a cheap option. Yeah. I mean, it's not expensive to do.
Nope, just cut up with PVC pipe. Yeah.
So if any of you have some of those issues, you might want to give that a try. So did you put the clip in? Yeah, we'll put the clip in.
Yeah. Very good.
Very good. I appreciate that. That's been wonderful. So I didn't have to buy a new table. I was thinking I was going to have to not sew, but that worked great.
Yeah. If you want to get fancy, you could put, what is that called? Washi tape?
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do
No,
that.
not that creative?
Not, well,
or
yeah.
you could paint them.
You could do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They serve a good purpose.
They
All right,
do.
thank you so much for watching this week.
Okay, yes. Have a wonderful week. Do some thrifting, do some sewing.
Don't forget about, what was the saying?
Oh, yeah, about the alligator.
Oh, yeah. The saying was never insult an alligator until you've crossed the river. So all of you that live out there in Bayou, remember that.
Well, an alligator, that can be symbolic of anything that will snap and either do you great harm.
It's kind of like don't burn your bridges, isn't it?
Well, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, don't burn your bridges.
Till you're across.
Till you cross the bridge. Yeah. That's
New quote from Dee and Dory.
Yeah. All right, have a wonderful week.
Please comment, hit subscribe.
Forward, like, all those important things. They mean a lot to us. All right.
See you later.
Have a great week. Bye.